Hi everyone, coming to you from another walk today. I'm out with Jasmine and Mia. She's always with me right now. So today an unusual topic. I am really interested in near-death experiences, otherwise abbreviated and known as NDEs, and out-of-body experiences, OBEs. And I'm just wondering if anyone here listening to this, or anyone you know, has experienced either a near-death experience, which is basically a time when you basically are dead for a while, can be minutes sometimes, and the soul just goes out of the body and has a kind of a death, and is usually met by a guide or a few or a passed over loved one. And very often these souls that leave the body, they travel to different places, and they are often given a choice. They can stay in the spirit world in the pure energy form, or they can return to their body. And we obviously hear about the near-death experiences because everybody who talks about them has chosen to return. So yeah, so these are very prevalent at the moment, and they've always been there. It's just that people talk about their experiences more. And many of the people who talk about their experiences actually say that they've been quiet for years because people around them just didn't want to believe them or didn't even want to hear about what they experienced. So these are NDEs, and OBEs are basically the experiences of leaving the body either at will or, let's say, kind of by accident. And one of the symptoms, let's say, of having an out-of-body experience, an OBE, is body paralysis. So it's called sleep paralysis. But basically, if you ever experienced waking up and not being able to move, and you took a while to even move anything, move any part of your body, then you have experienced a so-called sleep paralysis. And so you probably traveled out of your body, like a significant part of your soul traveled out of the body. And you might remember your dreams. Maybe you had a lucid dream at that time, just before waking up, or maybe you have been practicing out-of-body experiences and you left your body at will and then went traveling for a while. So if you have had such an experience, I would love to know. Please let me know in the comments. I'm really into this topic, and I have been for a while, and I've been listening to different things, and my husband is like even more into it. He just is crazy about the idea right now of leaving his body at will and just allowing his soul to basically travel any place, anytime, but also learn things, meet the guides. Apparently, when you experience an OBE, everything seems very real. Many people describe that as it being more real than this physical world. So they describe the so-called the other side, let's call it. When they leave their body as a soul, they describe it as more real, that life more real as to what they experience in this lifetime. So I had at least one. I had a few, but one that I remember very well, an out-of-body experience. It wasn't during sleep time. I was intensely meditating at the time, and I was wanting to meet my soul star family. That basically means the star beings. And I don't know if I really meant what I meant when that happened. I remember that particular time I was just saying, okay, I just surrender, take me. And I was breathing, and at some point I heard this loud cracking noise, and the way I interpreted it was like, okay, let's just crack on with it. Literally. And that apparently is one of the sounds of of leaving the body, of the soul leaving the body. And in that moment when I heard this, it was like a loud electric crack, like an electricity crack, something like that. When I heard that, I was literally transported, and I was on a starship, and I was with other beings, physically. And at that time I got so freaked out that I started really resisting the experience, and I did everything. How can I describe it? It was almost like a rubber band kind of feeling when I was pulling myself away from the starship, and I wanted to get back into my body. And I managed that, but it was, it took a lot for me to do that, to kind of, detach and grab myself away from there. This is the only way I can describe it. And, later on, somebody said to me, your guides say that it scared the heck out of you, that experience. And I was like, wow. So I really did leave the body and did meet them and was on a starship. There are many starships around Earth, by the way. I just was maybe not in the entirely surrendered mode once it actually happened. So, yeah, I want to hear about your experiences. If any of your experiences sound a little bit similar to mine, then please let me know. Obviously, you don't have to be on a starship. Some people just leave their body and go to a corner of a room, like flying. And some go around the house, and some go visit relatives and can actually describe afterwards as like what the relatives were doing at the time of their visit, even if they weren't physically there. So let me know if you have had any of such experiences. Let's share. Let's not make all of these experiences of energy, experiences of the soul, as the weird thing. It is normal. This is who we are. We are energy. There is nothing weird to it. It's just that we've been conditioned to think that death or leaving your body is something scary, but in fact it is natural. It is who we are, because we are pure energy, pure source. I'll show you where I am. And while it all looks amazing and very real, there is a lot more to what can be seen with the physical eyes. There are colors and sounds and vibrations to all the trees, to the water, to even us as beings. We emit sound and colors at all times. Let's get higher in vibration, and through making the experiences more normal, if you like, as more normal to our living here on this planet, we can expand more, we can open up more spiritually, we can expand our energy. Sending you lots of love. Until the next time we connect. Bye for now.